This is my parkzone focke wulf landing gear retract modifications. I made a billet piece of aluminum for the main brace, 2 pieces. I made 1 billet piece link for the upper center link, you could call it. I also made another 2-piece billet aluminum for the shock system tie rod, I guess you'd call it. Sure. The system is quite a bit stronger. So far I had several good landings with it with no issues with braking. The fitment is good and doors close very nicely as well. On some of the different ones that I made, I had to slightly oval out the mounting bracket holes on the landing gear doors. A lot of it is dependent on the positioning of this right here. In the upper link mount bracket, you can slide this one in or out, but that will affect your gap in here if you slide it too far out. So you'll have to keep that in mind when you get it put together to keep your clearance good in here. So play around with it before you start cutting that, but 99% of the time they fit pretty good. This is another piece I've modified. I'm eventually going to make a full piece of aluminum for this as well. Right now it's just basically a piece of flat tin, probably a I think it's a license plate I cut up. So one more thing, most of the hardware is correct for what it comes with stock, except this bolt right here. It's coming in at about 2.4 millimeters. That's I think it's still considered 2.5 if you go buy them in bulk. But you can see mine, this side is drilled clean through, and this side on the plastic has the threads. The previous way that the parkzone does it is this portion goes through and this portion has threads. I do not have a tap that's small, so I went the other way around, and the stock hardware is a little bit smaller. I think the stock hardware is 2 millimeter. This is stock hardware, and these are not, but I will throw those in there with it to help out. And the final thing that is not stock hardware is the mounting screws I used for the doors. However, I will include them, but they are just standard servo mounting screws for 9 grams. I think 12 grams too, but I have a lot of 9 gram stuff sitting around.